Good afternoon.
I'm Joelle.
And I'm Shauna. And this is Awkward Channeling
Very awkward. Let me
today.
put my
Yes.
glasses on.
Yes. We've had a couple of really awkward days. So
Yeah, lots
mostly
of
me.
weird energy coming in.
Yeah. If anybody's feeling a little off, it's understandable right now.
Right.
Today we are talking about, we're in our blocked to blessed series, and we're talking about money blocks and guides support for abundance
Right.
today. So we were gonna do some talking about, really what blocks are, where they kind of come from. We'll
Yeah.
probably be doing some clearing of some blocks, whatever you're ready to kind of release.
Yeah. And there's so many different ways that the blocks can come in, generational beliefs and feeling unworthy and money's evil.
I really think that's. I'm sorry, I just must have said
Oh, you
something.
good.
I didn't mean to do that, but here we are. Um. Anyway, I best stop fiddling with things.
That's what we get for being awkward.
Belief system. You would think we didn't prepare, but we did. But here we are. Every time we go live, we just kind of go. But I think money is such a huge issue here.
Right.
So I think that's kind of why we were like money abundance. But in all reality, abundance is about more than just that. So we'll probably hit on that as well today.
Yeah.
But where does it come from? Like Joelle was saying, I mean, we're kind of hardwired to fear money in a
Hmm.
lot of ways. Um,
Well, you have
and
so many religions are like, money's the root to all evil. I mean, that puts
Mm,
that
mhm.
thought in there. And, if you grow up not having a lot of money, you have that mindset. And I know growing up, we didn't have any. So I'm still
Mhm. Right. Uh,
at, you
you know,
know,
my mom worked hard. I have to say, with all the other things that she did wrong, she worked hard and she was
yeah,
big into things. So we pretty much weren't struggling. We didn't have extra on a lot of
right.
money, but we didn't really struggle either. My life, I absolutely have struggled
Yeah,
just from the get go. Um, but a lot of that was tied to worthiness for me.
yeah,
You know, I was, our life was a little hard emotionally and mentally. There was a lot of abuse. So, my worthiness has been very low
yeah,
of my life. So it's tied to that. And, you know, decision making also, which was something I wasn't allowed to do as a child. I didn't have the right to make decisions for myself or anything else. So,
right.
decision making comes into that play too. It's interesting how that actually has kind of played a part for me. And I know I make bad decisions with it. Like, you know, I just I do. I'm
Well, yeah.
not gonna lie about it. I'm not great with it.
I'm
Not
guilty of that too, and it's like
yeah.
anytime we get anything, it's like, ooh, what can we get? Just and I
Right.
think a lot of that comes from, being a kid and
Mhm. Mhm.
not getting I would see I don't really want to put this out there, but
Think
my
of a win.
brother would get the best of stuff and I
Oh,
would get oh well,
right.
like she'd take him to the mall to the I don't know, do y'all remember merry-go-round back in the 80s, that store with the parachute pants and everything?
Oh,
I
no.
mean, she
I
bought
don't know that
him,
we
like,
had it because we were in a different part of
hundreds
the
and
country.
hundreds of dollars worth of clothes.
Ugh.
"Oh, you're going to Sears to get yours," the cheap crap, and I'm like so, yeah, so that's kinda
Yeah, yeah, feeling less than, being trained
yeah,
that you don't matter as much as him, which is
right,
interesting because that's like the man thing, that I call it the man thing. My
right,
mom had a man thing too, so yes, my brother was most definitely,
yeah,
in less trouble, let's say, than I was,
right.
even though it was him doing stuff. Like, I would yell and
Oh,
I'd get
yeah,
in trouble or whatever, right? Like, it always focused on me. So, yeah, I mean, my mom had definitely had a man thing.
right.
They were kind of trained to, though, when you think about that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
whole other
yeah.
conversation.
You're right.
So, um, there's also, the money is the root to all evil, right?
Yeah.
People also look at people with money who may be snotty or,
Right.
egoic, and they think the money made them that way. And in all reality, they could have been broke and been acting the same way. But,
Right.
you're looking for a reason why are people act like this. And so I think money has been blamed for a lot of it. It's part of our programming
Yeah.
here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For sure. And it affects some more than others. Some get it more directly than others, and that just depends on, their life experiences and who
Yeah.
they're, around. They, family beliefs, beliefs that are just kind of given to you.
Right.
Those are really strong from families. Really strong.
Oh yeah.
Um,
They can go back generations too. It's
this is in your DNA, girl.
hmm
I mean, we have to realize that a lot of beliefs and a lot of the family issues that is all encoded in our DNA,
yeah.
and so that's why we have people like we call cycle breakers, right?
Right.
People who come and who are trying to um, change the way the family is being,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot of that, and you think of other things that you.
I think that's all.
Yeah, I mean, those are the basics, right?
Yeah. We talked about scarcity.
Oh,
Did
no,
we?
that was
Okay. That
Post.
the belief that there's not enough, and I can't tell you how many times I've channeled somebody and
Mhm.
they're like, there is more than enough. Don't
Yeah,
worry about, if I get something, then it's going to take away from Shauna. That's not
mhm,
how
yeah.
it works,
Well, yeah, and I think that kinda lines up with, like, the selfish thing, right?
Right.
Like, you're selfish if you have more than somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna share this, and hopefully she doesn't mind. I won't say who it is, but I was having a conversation with a friend not long ago, and she was talking about how people who have money and are sharing what they're doing on Facebook are just rubbing it in other people's faces, and
Right.
I said, "Excuse me, you might wanna look at that a little closer."
Right.
Because just because somebody else is having a good time, and just because somebody else has more, should they have to hide that?
Right.
Or should they be able to share that with the world that they're having a
Right.
good time? They're not sending it to you saying, "Ha ha, you can't do this."
Yeah.
They're just sharing their experiences and where they're at. You have to think about the way you think about stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know how nice I was about it. I mean, I just said it because you know me.
Yeah.
I just say it, but it was interesting in the moment because I was like, "Wait, you assume that because somebody's doing well and they're sharing that publicly
Yeah.
on their platforms that they're trying to rub it in your face because of the position you're in?"
Yeah.
That that was just so and I realized that, yeah, I think that in the past I've
There's a
felt
lot
that way
that feel
too.
like that. Yeah.
I could totally see how you would feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Like, I really had to, like, think about it, but I was like, "You gotta look at that girl, because that's gonna keep you where you're at." You know?
Well, definitely. And it reminded me of like at Christmas time when the people are like, don't put all your gifts that you have under the tree. And I'm like, well, why not? It's
Yeah,
like they want to put, show what they have for their kids. I mean, you don't know
right.
how they grew up.
I'm doing that.
They could have been poor as dirt and they're able to afford
Yeah,
stuff for their kids and they're
yeah,
proud. I'm like, more power to
yeah,
you, you know?
yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't know, like you said, it's all part of the program, and we're brought up to feel that, oh, you're
Well,
doing this, you're showing
yeah,
off, you're a jerk, and
yeah. Yeah, and what influences did you have in life? Did you come from a religious family that was part of,
right,
did you like, where is it all coming from? We have to kind of figure those things out.
yeah,
But today I think we'll talk to, Joelle's going to talk to Archangel Metatron because
yeah,
he came forward and said that he wanted to come through. So we're going to talk to him and probably get a nice clearing from him. This is
yeah.
pretty
I think
beautiful.
so. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was funny. I wasn't expecting him to come in. I was gonna try to do my abundance guide, and it's like, are they coming? I just kept hearing Metatron, so
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought I was gonna talk to another of my guides, and I typed Archangel Gabriel, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, are we supposed to talk to Gabriel?" And they're like, "Yes," because that's what they do with me, because I'm ignoring everybody. So Gabriel's also gonna speak to us today about
right,
abundance, and I think we'll do some clearing
yeah,
of,
the blocks that
blocks.
we.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
What are you
I feel
feeling?
like Metatron's wanting to come through because I keep hearing vows of poverty.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know,
Vows are huge, and it's something we can
yeah,
clear.
I keep hearing that, so I think he's wanting
Yeah.
to come through and clear. And
Oh,
you
good.
could have in a past life made this vow, and it can affect you in this
Well, that's
one.
another
So,
one we didn't hit on, is past
right,
lives, for
yeah.
sure. You could have more than one past life where,
Oh yeah,
you had some experience that, or your ancestors,
yeah,
right? Someone in your ancestry could have had some bad experience if they set some vow that no one in their family will ever,
yeah,
right, be this.
yeah.
Um, so yeah,
Or,
let's wanna
you
bring him
it could
in?
be something as simple as, "Oh, I hate money," you know,
Yes.
simple stuff like that. It doesn't have to be
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
okay. I think
Yeah, I think he's ready. So um
Whew, he is so
okay.
Yes, this is so true that they are talking about the past lives because so many times people have said they do not want this. They do not deserve this. It is so many little things that you can say that will put these blocks up. And you are ascending into a time of great abundance. And you need to let go of all of the fears that feelings, more rather, that you do not deserve this because you do. And this one channeled the other day about how much love we have for you. You do not understand how great you are in our eyes, in our visions, as you would look and say, the cutest little puppy dog that you see, and you just fall in love. Not that you were puppy dogs, but that's the feelings in our heart that we have for you. And you deserve all that the universe has to offer. Know this to be true. And we are here to help with the clearings of these blocks. And some, it was not mentioned, others can place blocks on you as well from past lives. So if this clearing does not help, you may need to reach out to have what is humanly called a hex, if you will. Other people saying that you will not have this, you will not get this. It does affect you as well. So those can be removed very easily too. You just may need a little help. And there are many that can help do this, including these two. They are great at it. But once again, let's move into the clearing of the vows that you have mentioned yourself. Hisiki paya kiatate amananata kiasiki atate yamaki atapake atate yasayata. Masiki atate ananataki asiatate ananatake ata. Masiki ananatake atataki maisiki. Asiki atate amatate. Matataki asi ananataki ananataki amayataki atate. Mayasiki ananataki atataki atate amayatake. Asiki atate amiyataki asiki atate ananataki. Now I'm going to open yourself up to believing that you do deserve all abundance. And it is not just monetary. There are so many different forms of abundance. Asiki atate, ati atate, asiki atate, ananatataki asate ata. Mayasiki atate, ananataki atataki ata. Mayasiki atate, ananataki atataki asate atate. Mayatataki atataki atate, amayatate, asiki atate, anatataki asa. And this one has been asking a couple of questions while this was going on, asking if other planets have currency as well. They do, but not in the same way that Earth does. It is not as valued as it is on Earth, and it is not as controlling as it is on Earth. And there is a frequency of abundance. I can attune you to that now. Asetatakia takia paya takia siana natakia pakayata te au sikiata. Masikia tatentakia nanantaki. Masatatakia sikiata te amayatakia nanataki atate. Mayasakia tatatakia nanatakia tatakia na. Remember, you deserve all the abundance that you wish for. Thank you.
Thank you. That was powerful.
Whoa.
I wish we had people here right now. We don't. Oh my gosh. I needed that so bad. The
Ooh.
first one I felt here and like
Yeah.
just lifting something out and off and like the back of me. And then that second one was just like right through.
Some water after that.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for
That
such a
was,
time.
ooh. Yeah, and
Yeah.
ooh, I'm like, whew, all tingly and vibrating,
Tingly.
and
Mhm.
I could like,
Yeah.
I was seeing like all these colors that I normally don't really see
Oh.
any
Yeah.
colors. They were all swirly and lots of gold. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was new. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd give us like I forgot. We should have asked like for like a tuning fork. Is there a tuning fork that helps us with abundance? I'm sure there is. I could look it up,
Yeah.
but we maybe Gabriel will tell us more or something when we do that. But
We talk about a
you know,
lot. Yeah.
the vows and contracts from past lives, the hexes from other people,
Right.
you know, I kind of want to talk about the hexes, I think, because you think hex, you think somebody's in a closet doing something.
Right.
It is really the way people speak. Like
Yeah.
they can hex you by saying, you will never. And you know
Right.
what? As he was doing that, I was remembering my mom. You will never have anything or anyone
Oh,
except me and
wow.
your brother. She said
Oh,
that to
wow.
us from an early age all the way through.
Oh,
And that was
wow.
a huge thing. So I'm like, oh, so when he was doing that clearing, that came up and I was like,
That's
oh boy,
Oh,
that
God,
makes
that's so
sense.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. But
Yeah.
other people can hex you unintentionally. They don't necessarily have to
Right.
be trying
Yeah.
to interfere in your life, but maybe they're angry or upset with
Um,
you at the time or something.
yeah. And I
And
think so many people just don't realize like words are kind of
it's a spell.
spells. You speak it and
Yeah.
hey, it
Yeah.
sticks,
We have
whether
no
you
idea.
realize it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. We have no idea. Our language absolutely casts spells. Our
Yeah.
thoughts
I was gonna
absolutely
say what you say, what you
change.
think, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They really do
It's
change things for ourselves and for
right.
others.
Yeah.
So it's something that, we haven't, I don't know that we've really um, ever understood as a society in general, like,
Right.
how that is,
Yeah.
at least here in the United States. I mean, there's way more spiritual people than there ever used to be, but I don't think
Yeah.
that we ever really lived spiritually.
Right.
Well, I shouldn't say ever because that's not true. But I know in my lifetime, there hasn't been any. you know, like in my younger years, any awareness around spirituality and the things you say
Yeah.
and the things you think having any impact,
Oh,
you
no,
know,
mine
on.
either,
We
you
were
know,
so
and
trained that it was external and that it
right.
had nothing to do with us and we were
Yeah.
victims, right? They like us in victim
And you
mode in
even need to
general.
watch what you sing too. That's one thing I've had
Yes,
that's
the
because I
song.
used to sing some of the craziest stuff, and now I'm like, no, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
maybe
sing
I shouldn't
that. So
record.
I'm just
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. So there's
Yeah,
just a lot of things and the vows and the contracts and stuff that we bring in from
right,
ancestry and from
right.
other lifetimes. And, I mean, we could set a vow in this lifetime and not even realize it.
Yeah,
I will never, and I am sure I have looked at somebody who had money who was a jerk, and I'm sure I've looked at them and been like, I will never be like that.
yeah,
I don't want money. I don't want to be like that. I'm sure I've done that. And
yeah.
it
Oh,
was
I
so
know I
funny.
have. It's like there
Yeah.
was, and it's
I take it
when my
all back. Cancel clear.
yeah,
I
I take
understand the difference now.
right.
We do a
You know,
lot of
and
things
even
unknowingly.
stuff you do as kids that you
Yeah.
don't realize because I think it was in a session with you, maybe. When I remembered something that I had said when I was younger after my grandfather passed, and I saw what the will did to people, and it's like,
Mhm.
I don't want that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, we had to go through and
Oh.
clear that," and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we say things, it's just like, I mean, it comes down, it isn't all about money, right? Like
right.
it comes down to, me seeing my mom was beautiful and she was thin and attractive and men just wouldn't leave her alone. And it was really
Yeah,
not a good experience as a very psychic child who knew exactly what they were thinking all the time.
right.
And at one point, I remember making a decision that I didn't want to be attractive, and to my mom, being unattractive was being heavy. So
Yeah,
if you were overweight, you would be unattractive. So I've been heavy ever since. I immediately started putting on weight, and my
yeah,
body just is like, "Nope, you decided." And I'm like, "I'm trying to undecide."
right,
Right? And then it's like connecting with that part of you that decided that, and, ugh, it's a
right.
lot of work.
Yeah.
Get free of some of it, but some of it can be cleared,
Oh, yeah.
like today's clearing. That felt like it cleared a lot, so I hope that
Oh,
some people
awesome.
come back to this and see this, we need to share it,
Right.
because that was just a beautiful clearing, and we'll see what,
It felt
um
very powerful on my end. I was like,
yeah,
"Wow."
it really did,
Yeah,
and we'll check in with Gabriel, I guess? Is
yeah,
is Gabriel ready now? Okay.
yeah.
So I guess we'll check in with Gabriel here real quick. Um Yeah, I changed it. And
Beat me to it.
see what he has to say in the world of abundance. Bear with me just a minute. Yes, yes, I am present with you today as we have wanted to come through with messages about this topic and more, of course, but we will stick to topic today. I wanted to talk more broadly about abundance. It isn't all about money, it isn't all about monetary things. You can have an abundance of love, you can have abundance of joy, you can have an abundance of hate. You could have an abundance of problems, or you could have an abundance of flow. So, what I want to add to this conversation, and yes, do probably a healing for you all as well, is the fact that you are worthy of abundance of all forms of what you wish to have in your life. So, we would urge you to check with your subconscious a bit about what your thoughts are regularly, what your expectations are about your experiences, what the outcomes might be. And as you see yourself limiting any form of abundance, any form of flow, we ask for you to pull back from that and observe those thoughts a little bit more. We ask for you to open up the limitations on those thoughts, shift them. You can do what this one did when she was changing things, which was she would catch the thought and she would say, "That's not true." And then she would say something less limiting, much broader to herself, not always out loud. But your brain has a pattern and it has been programmed by you and your thoughts and your experiences to think a certain way, but you can easily shift that. You can easily rewire and reframe the things that you deem not so great. And where you are holding those limitations, there are many areas that many people hold limitations that are unnecessary. This universe, although in your experience in life, it may not seem that it's abundant, but it is abundant. And as Joelle was mentioning, you are not taking away from someone else because you're getting abundance. It's not a selfish act in any way. You are not taking food from their mouth because you have an abundance of food. That is not how that works. Each human has the ability to have an open, abundant flow of all of their needs and their wants. It is a matter of deciding you could do that and allowing it to come in. It will just show up if you get in the right frequency, if you decide you're worthy of that and you live that way. But you have to catch those little limitations that you're setting. Your thoughts are powerful. Each of you are creator beings. Your thoughts are so powerful in your life. You have been taught that the limitations are coming from outside of you and that there's nothing you can do because so and so is mean to you. Well, you don't have to give them power. You can allow them to move out of your life. You can look at them and realize that the things they judge you about are about themselves. They're not about you. They're just projecting. These are important things to understand when you are trying to change your life. Who you hang around with will also be really big on how you think of yourself. You need to find your people, and your people are not necessarily the family you're born into. There are people out there that are your people that you know in soul form that would help you, who would raise you up, who would not compete with you, who would not want to pull you down, who will watch you soar and applaud you. Those are the people we ask for you to spend more time with. Allow those people to help you understand your value. They are out there. They are waiting for you in one way or another, and you are waiting for them. So be seeking new connections right now. New connections are super valuable in your abundant flow at this time on your planet. So we ask for you to get out of your comfort zones and expand your circles a little, see who's coming your way. And we understand that now that you have technology, you can reach more of your people, the people that are maybe not living in your town. But if you get yourself out there in any way, you can attract your people, and your people will root for you. They will be your cheerleaders, as this one says. And you can learn to be your own cheerleader because that is what you need in all ways. Enjoy an abundance of love, an abundance of things, an abundance of joy. Do so. Allow it. Choose it. And we would like to do a little healing. It's sort of a clearing and an attunement. And so I would like to add to what Metatron has just done, just a little, and help you just in a little different way. Hoyanai, yanaya, hoya, sai, hushianaya, yaskai, hoyani, ketiana, sototosh, hoyanaya, sianaya, kototoshoya. I would like to ground in that overflowing, abundant vision for you and bring in clarity, clarity to what it is you're wishing your life to be. Some of you have blocks to seeing your dreams. This one has some blocks to seeing her dreams, to opening that piece up. So we're going to also do that. Yeah, nasikieta tashoya, ya soa, ni na 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 sotatai. Oaya nia katata soya ya nia nasaya to sikia saya soshia nia na skotaya nia na manaskiata. Oya nia na ya so ya na skiata taya so aya kataya. And we surround each and every one of you with love and appreciation. We thank you for allowing us to come through at this time. We appreciate your openness.
Thank you. Wow.
Who is it, RSA? Wow.
Oh, wow. That was
We're always
amazing.
like so dumbfounded when we That was beautiful. I don't, I don't talk to Gabriel that much. I
Yeah.
urge other people to talk to Gabriel all the time. I did talk to him recently. I like the whole, like, you can ask Gabriel to send someone a message that you want them to receive, but you know that if you
Yeah.
try to speak to them about it, it wouldn't go well. And I've done that a couple times lately, but
Right.
he's
I
pretty
love
cool.
how we, find your people. I love that because that does make such a difference.
It really does. Like, I
Having
love,
people to lift you up, and like you for me, it's just
and you for me. Like, I mean,
yeah,
you help me so much. So,
yeah.
it's, and it doesn't matter if they're in your neighborhood or not really. I mean, do we
Right,
crave that? Yes. Yes.
right, yeah,
But you can still make really, I mean, we are a good example of that. You can make a
yeah.
really good connection that is really heartfelt, that that person is there for you in whatever way they can be. They're
Any
absolutely going to
mistakes
encourage
away.
you. I mean,
Yeah.
one day
And
we'll
I
meet each
was,
other in person.
I want to bring up about your video that you have, your
Oh, I
attunement,
do.
your abundance.
I do have an abundance. I have an abundance attunement that I am offering for $11.
And it's
Um,
absolutely amazing. I was her guinea pig, and what was it, the next day or the day after?
yeah, it was a day or two.
Yeah, it was very quick. My husband's work, they have these specs that they have to put in for their bonus that they get, and every time for the past 3 years, they have rejected over half. I mean, it's ridiculous. So he will put in extra just because he knows they're going to get rejected. After that attunement, every one of them was approved, and it was like,
Yay.
holy hell! It's like,
Joe
let
was
me
like,
tell
"You're
you,
not gonna believe
thank
this."
you.
I know, that was so
It,
exciting for me
it was
too.
amazing. Yeah.
Like, I'm a big confirmation person, so I love to hear, and you never know, like, when you
Oh,
work with
right.
clients, sometimes you just work with them once and you really don't know,
If it, yeah.
how it helped or didn't.
Right.
Um, and the fun thing about this, so they have me doing these attunements, and eventually I'll get them all done and then I'll have a package. But
Yeah.
right now I'm selling each one of them for $11. I
Yeah.
don't want them to be a lot right now. And they're like, you have to charge something. So I'm like, okay, we'll do this. So they're
Yeah.
like $11 a piece, but you
Well
have
worth
lifetime access.
it. Yeah.
You get the link. As long as you hold on to the link, you can redo them as
Right.
many times as you feel you need to, with an appropriate amount of time between them, because it's a lot of energy. But I really do love the
They're
idea of it.
wonderful.
So
They're wonderful.
thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you for
Love
sharing
them.
that. Yeah. And you can find that um, on my website, which is divinetruthhealing.com. If you go to the scheduling page, they're listed
Yeah.
in the huge number of things I offer. But there are healing attunements.
Do we not have our pages up here?
No, we
I
have
mean,
our
it's
other
under your
YouTube.
name, but
We have our
yeah.
other YouTubes.
Oh, yeah.
But it's divinetruthhealing.com. And then
Yeah.
the scheduling page has everything listed on there. Um, But if you have questions, of course, just
Yeah.
contact, me directly, and for that matter, Joelle's at
Yeah.
celestialwhispershealing.com. She also has many, many, many powerful things
Right.
that she's offering there as well. And I can't tell you. I mean, I just love your energy work. Like,
Thank you.
so we're fans of each other.
Oh yes. And get her pods if you need an angel pod. Those are
Oh, the
you sleep
angels,
like a
the
baby.
Yeah, the healing pods are pretty cool too, and I'm coming out
Yeah.
with some more specific ones. Like you can get one that is just like what you need. Like
Yeah.
what are the things you want to work on? We can do attunements, we can do clearings, we can
That's
do
really cool.
healing, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual,
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's really unlimited what we can put into them. And
Yeah.
what's fun is that you sign up for it and then it runs overnight that night.
Yeah.
So I get your notification and the information. I tune in, talk to the guides, the angels,
Right.
and we put in what you need most
Yeah.
from the list of things that you might say you have going on, and it just runs overnight. So it's not invasive in any way. It helps you
No, it's
sleep.
so
It's very
gentle and just I can't rave enough about them. I mean, they just
cute.
she's done them for me, my husband, kids.
She was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm having such a hard time sleeping," and I'm like, "I'm gonna throw you in a pot tonight."
And they work so wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate that, honey. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So I guess that is what we have on this subject. And I hope that the attunements and the healings that the angels just gave us
Excuse
are
me.
really helpful.
I'm
We're
really
both going
needing
to go take
that
a
now.
nap for sure. You know, and just as an added note, in case somebody gets this far, um, when we're sharing energy and we're channeling angels, that is a high energy. You
Right.
will receive it, and your body will need some extra fluids.
Yeah.
So, extra
Drink
water
plenty of water.
over the next
Rest
couple of
if you
days.
need to.
Like right away, just go guzzle some water. Maybe throw a little salt in it. Like it's more than it feels like it is,
Right.
as Rachel always says too, when she does hers is it's way more powerful than it may feel.
Yeah.
So it's helpful for you to have some extra fluids. So
Right. Excuse me.
and we will be back next week, Friday, same
Yep.
time, same place. And
Friday.
we hope that you will join us.
Yeah.
And if you have ideas or questions, don't
Oh,
hesitate. Comment or, contact one of us,
yeah.
we're happy to talk to you. So,
Anything you want us to talk about, discuss, anybody you want us to channel,
yeah,
we're open.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye for
you.
now.
Bye.